guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have a Sephora haul update. I told you guys that from now on, whenever I do a haul, I'm going to try to do an update on all the products that I hauled in the video. So I will link the original haul below for you guys so you can check that out if you're interested. So today we're going to get into everything I hauled in that video and tell you guys my thoughts, my opinions on these products and whether or not I feel like I wasted my money. Because sometimes I do that, so let's get into this. So the first thing is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Smashbox LA Cover Shot eyeshadow palette. So it comes in the box like this is the outer sleeve, and then the actual palette looks like this. It has one of those covers that you kind of move it and it does different things. It looks like the lights are like changing in here, so it's really pretty. I love Smashbox palettes when they've changed the cover to them like this. It has that little bit of a texture to it that kind of gives you goosebumps, kind of like fingernails on a chalkboard a little bit. So anyway, the inside here does have a nice long mirror, so the mirror is really nice. It's not going to be great for I wouldn't think for doing your makeup completely, because basically all you're going to see is your eyes. So it's kind of hard to do your complete makeup with. I'd prefer a more square mirror in my opinion, but that's just me. Then inside of here also comes a little crayon, not a crayon, but a liner. So this is the liner in Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet. So basically it's a black liner. It works really well for me in my waterline. I don't have any problems with it leaking, with it smearing or smudging or just kind of going outside of the lines or anything like that. It works well for me. I do enjoy this liner. I like that it came with it as well. Sometimes they come with brushes. I'd prefer for it to come with a liner instead of a brush, because 9 times out of 10, I don't use that brush that comes in a palette, so it makes me happy when it comes with a liner that is actually useful. The colors that come in here all look like this, so it's sectioned off into quarters. So you've got neutrals, you've got some more bolds and brights. So it is a beautiful palette in my opinion. I love all the colors in here. All the colors in here blend really well. I love this peachy shade right here. This peachy shade is absolutely gorgeous. I think that is called Hang. If I'm reading the back of this correctly, I think that is Hang. So either way, there is the names of these written on the back, but I can never tell how they have this set up, how you're supposed to read it. If you're supposed to read it, it's directly that's it, or I don't know. Either way, I really love this color. I also really love this color right here, this neutral brown. It works really well. It doesn't look like it would be so much pigmentation to it, but it works really well. It blends out really nicely in the crease. I think this is a good palette. I think this was definitely well worth my money. I'm very happy that I picked this up. So this is one that I think will be a really good travel palette as well, because you've got those pops of color, you've got your neutrals, plus you've got your liner built into it. So I think it'd be a really good travel palette. So this is a good one. I would recommend that one in my opinion. The next thing I picked up is from The Ordinary. This is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution. So I love this. After I wash my face at nighttime, after I've used my Foreo and I've cleansed my face and everything, I go in and tone my face with this. You do feel a slight tingle, but not anything that's crazy, because I think the Tarte Knockout Tingle Exfoliate, that one had a much more intense tingle than this one does. So if you don't like that tingling sensation from the Tarte one, you might like this better because it's not quite as strong. If you like more of a stronger one, then you're probably not going to like this one because it's not super tingly. For me, when I feel that tingle sensation, it makes me realize that it's doing something to my skin that's good, because I mean, it's skincare, so hopefully it's good. But anyway, I feel like this did a good job for toning my skin at nighttime. I was having some breakouts. I feel like this helped to kind of reduce the breakout amount of how long they would last. This is a really good product in my opinion. I totally recommend it. The Ordinary is not expensive either, so I feel like The Ordinary is one of the good brands that you can get on Sephora that you're not going to break, you're not going to spend an arm and a leg to try to purchase their products. So I do have some more Ordinary products. If you guys want me to do a whole month of trying out the Ordinary products, let me know, because I do have some more products and I'm going to be testing out, but I'm just not sure how you guys would like to see that. If you want me to do quit all my other skincare for a while and just try Ordinary for a month or 6 weeks, something like that, just try them out and see how it works for my skin, I can totally do that. The next thing I picked up is the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover. So I tried this out once and I don't really love this. I think it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of this type of makeup remover, the liquidy type. I like the more balmy type. So my favorite is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. That one works really well. I like the, oh my gosh, what's my favorite one? The Capari Coconut Melt. That one is really, really good. But this one here, I just don't love in my opinion. I think it's going to be good for traveling, because I've noticed when I take my balm type of cleansers with me when I travel, because we do travel typically to warmer climates, it gets warm while we're in the vehicle because we typically drive. Like, we're driving to Florida this year to get onto our cruise boat. So we're driving there, and I don't want to be taking a balm that's going to melt in the car. So this is going to be good for traveling just because I think it's going to hold better. It's going to not unsolidify like the balms do. So I'm going to take this for traveling, but it's not something I would purchase to use at home because it's just not my favorite. It did an okay job of removing the makeup. I think the balms do a better job in my opinion. The next thing I picked up is this little mask thing. This is the Sephora Face Mask Applicator. I love this. This is a really nice makeup tool, like not makeup, skincare tool. So basically on one side, it's got these little nubs here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but it's got little nubs here. And then on the other side is like a spatula. It looks like you're gonna bake a cake and you're gonna scrape the pan. It works really well at getting the product out of the container and putting it onto your skin. Not only that, in the end, when you're taking your mask off, sometimes I feel like you have to kind of scrub and then you get that stuff all in your nails. The little nubby side works really well to kind of cleanse your skin after you're done. I think this is a really nice tool, and because it's all like rubber, I feel like it cleans up nice and easily. So like this, I recommend this. If you guys haven't tried one of these, I do recommend them. Or you could try something like a cake, an actual cake batter thing. I don't know, maybe. That might be something I should try. Maybe not. The next thing I tried is this right here. This is the Anastasia lip palette. So this is what it looks like. It's the colorful one. I don't love it. I don't love this. This is the one thing I feel like I wasted my money on, and this like Sephora haul right here. I don't love, like, first of all, the little spatula thing it comes with looks like this. So that goes down in here. Am I missing the brush? I think I'm missing a brush or something. Comes with like a little pan here, like a metal palette, so you can actually mix your lip products onto it. The reason why I don't like this, I feel like it takes a lot of lip product in here to actually make the colors, and I feel like you're gonna run out of this really quickly. Not only that, I feel like the actual lip product in it itself is a little stiff. So like mixing them together is fine because you want it to be a little bit more stiff. You don't want them to be super creamy and liquidy. But it's so stiff that when I'm putting it on my lips, I feel like it just doesn't feel that good. And I'm like, I know Anastasia's lipsticks are not stiff, so I'm thinking it's just this palette. I think it's because it kind of sits in the open like this. Like, well, not really like this. It has a lid to it. But I feel like that might be partly why. I don't know, I'm just not in love with this one. I like the Urban Decay ones much better than this one right here. So this for me, I think was a waste of money. I should not have bought that. I should have just used my Urban Decay and been happy with what I had. But you live and you learn, right? The next thing is from Black Up. This is the Brown Nudes palette, so it looks like this right here. I know I had heard some not so good things about the owner of the company for this, so which makes me very sad because this is a really good palette. So this was in the sales section at Sephora. I'm not even sure it's still available or not, but it was in their sales section. That's when I picked it up. But it's a nice palette. Like, all the colors blended really well for me. The colors had nice pigment to them. I had no problem with it. It's just unfortunate that the owner of the company, I think, is not a good person. I'm not positive what was going on there. I didn't really get into the whole situation, but that's just sad. So, and then on the brush here, I think this brush is really cool because if I've told you guys before, I really like they have a rubber brush at Sephora that is really good for putting on glitters. The tip of this brush right here is a rubber brush. So this is a little rubber brush right here. So it picks up like pigments and glitter shades really well. And then the other side is like the sponge tip. So it's one of those brushes that actually is useful. So I like the brush that came with this as well. So if this is still available at Sephora and you don't mind buying it, I do recommend it. I think it's a good one. And then the next thing I picked up is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Marc Jacobs. This is the Eye-Conic. And this one's in the shade, I don't even know what shade this is. Isn't that terrible? I always put everything back in this package, or I try to, and then I forget. So this is Smartorial. So here's what it looks like. It's a blue shade. I love all of Marc Jacobs palettes. I think his packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love, Tati used to have them all set up in her video. They were like behind her somehow. And I think it looked really pretty, but I think she had a lot of people complaining that it was just kind of boring or something. I'm not sure what was wrong there. But either way, I think their packaging is gorgeous. It's sleek and compact. I think it's perfect to travel with. The colors in here are nice and pigmented. This blue is like, wow, it is beautiful. So I do like this palette. Do I think it's worth the money that you pay for Marc Jacobs eyeshadows? I gotta be honest, I'm not really feeling like that lately. I'm feeling like the more expensive the palettes. Like, I was gonna buy the new Natasha Denona palette, and I don't use my Natasha Denonas that I have, and I'm like, why would I purchase another very expensive palette when I'm not using the ones I have? So I think I'm gonna start setting myself like a price limit for palettes, because I think it's ridiculous how much some of these companies charge for an eyeshadow palette. You can do an eyeshadow palette and not charge $100 for an eyeshadow palette. These right here are like $50. And I'm like, $50 and you're only getting how many shades in here? 3, 6, 7. 7 shades. It's quite pricey. I mean, if you looked at it by pan size, like, I'm sure you're getting your money's worth and everything like that if you go by like the standards of makeup costs, but I don't know. I'm getting tired of spending so much money on eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like the ones that I spend the most money on, I don't use them because I'm like, no, I need to savor them. No, you need to use those. So I'm not going to be buying any more of those for a while. The next and last thing in here is from Drunk Elephant. I have the A-Passioni Retinol Cream and the B-Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum. So they did come in teeny tiny little containers right here. I really like the serum. It's not like super hydrating for me, but I think it works well for like putting over top of moisturizers or underneath your moisturizer, however you layer your makeup up, or your skincare up, not your makeup. And then the Passioni Retinol Cream. I love retinol. I love any kind of retinol for my skin. Retinol is really good for someone who has a lot of... Hey now, be quiet. Retinol is really good for somebody who has a lot of texture in your skin. If you were trying to like change the texture of your skin, if you have a lot of like fine lines, it's going to help with that. It's not going to help with those deep set wrinkles. It's going to help with the smaller fine lines. So I really do like retinol. Do I think Drunk Elephant's worth the money? I don't know. That's why I'm going to be trying out the Ordinary. So I'm going to try out the Ordinaries for like a while and see if I can like save some money, because the Ordinary is quite a bit different from like Drunk Elephant and the Sunday Riley. Sunday Riley is very expensive, and so is Drunk Elephant. So I'm gonna be trying to do like bougie on a budget. So kinda, I don't know, is that what you'd say? Either way, that is everything I picked up at Sephora lately. My little basket is empty. So I've tried everything out for you guys. I told you guys a little bit about each product. So if you want any more information about them, let me know, because I could totally do that as well. But all in all, I would say the biggest thing I'd recommend that you try out is, first of all, checking out the Ordinary. Check out their skincare line, because I think they have a ton of different products that you can choose from, and you're not going to I keep saying break. You're not going to spend an arm and a leg on those products. The other thing I do recommend is the Smashbox palette. This is quite expensive too, though, honestly. If I think about it, this is a quite pricey palette. So I don't know. I feel like eyeshadow palettes are quite pricey. Either way, those are the things I would recommend that you definitely check out if you're into... Oh, wait, forgot this thing too. And this little thing, this little gadget. This is really nice. I would say definitely check out Ordinary, and definitely check out this little spatula. These are very cool tools. Like, this is a very cool tool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.